So I thought I'd share a few ghost stories from encounters I've had in my travels. There's a couple favorites. This one took place in Elmira, New York, in a church there, giving a talk for the church. I was setting up. They put me in the sanctuary, put a screen in front of the pulpit, set me up on the left side of the church. The church is kind of curved. The seats are curved, kind of like an auditorium. And there's a left aisle, a main aisle, and a right aisle. And I'm towards between the left and the main aisle. So I get out my projector and my laptop and I start setting things up, plugging everything together. And as I'm looking at the laptop and the projector and the cables, corner my eye to my left, standing in the left aisle, about 3 pews back, this man appears. And he's dressed all in white floofy hair, and he's just standing there. So I say to myself what I always say to myself, am I really seeing this? So I turn my head and I look, and poof, he's gone. Like, all right, that was weird. So didn't think anything of it, went back to my business, got the laptop to boot up, projector coming on, getting the PowerPoint ready, and about 5 minutes later, bing, there he is again. Said, well, I'm going to sneak up on this guy, let him sit there for a few minutes. So I went ahead, got my PowerPoint up, got the projector going, and I let him sit there in about 3, 4, 5 minutes, still there. So I finally said I'm going to sneak up on him and just dart my eyes. So I quickly dart my eyes to the left, and he disappears again. Like, okay, that was crazy. So anyway, I go ahead and I give my talk, and after I finish my talk and I'm taking everything back apart again, I look up the main aisle, and the top of the aisle is the narthex. There's 2 doors, 12-inch square windows. I see a top hat go across the outside of the windows. Like, okay, this place is getting crazy. So I walked up to the front doors, looked outside through the windows, and there's a full open carriage, horse-drawn carriage with 2 horses and a bunch of people walking around with period dress, the big hoop skirts, the black suits with the stovepipe hats, walking around. And I'm like, okay, what on earth is this? So fortunately, a lady came up to me from the inside of the church and stands next to me and says, oh, isn't this great? I can't believe the amount of detail they put into this and the thought they put into this. This is just wonderful. So I ask her, what is going on here? What is all this? And she goes, oh, well, they're recreating the funeral cortege from the church to the cemetery. It's exactly 100 years to the day that Samuel Clemens, Mark Twain's funeral, was in this church. So apparently, I'm guessing that was Samuel Clemens or Mark Twain. So maybe I officially got to meet him. I don't know, but thought you'd enjoy that story. It's one of my favorites.